ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ पुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करभावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति It's a question we have from the previous class. The causal body bliss sheath consists of vasanas. Reference Vedanta Treatise, Chapter 9, Human Composition. How come there is only one causal body when vasanas are different in different individuals? A related question. What role do vasanas play in the creation of the subtle body and gross body from Prakriti? Certainly, it must play some role since each subtle gross body is different while Prakriti is one and the same. Right. The causal body consists of vasanas. How come there is only one causal body when vasanas are different in different individuals? What role do vasanas play in the creation of the subtle body and causal body? Okay. How come there is only one causal body when vasanas are different in different individuals? See, the gross body, subtle body, causal body is a broad framework given, right? Now, how is it that vasanas different in different individuals? Who told you vasanas are different individuals? One causal body, but vasanas are different. So each one of us have got different vasanas. So therefore, the question comes is, sir, causal body is one for all of us, but vasanas are different. How is that possible? It's not possible, no. That's a great question. Very good question. Say, the causal body consists of vasanas. You can't question that because he is giving reference. Reference is Vedanta Treatise, Chapter 9. So there it is stated very clearly that causal body consists of vasanas. Now the question comes is, sir, how can only one causal body? Now we answer. Now what is the explanation here? Where is how do you dissect it? Dissection is define vasana. Right. Always remember, wherever you have a problem, first thing is you define the terms. Once you define it, it will become easier. What is vasana? Unmanifested desire. Anything which is unmanifest, can you understand? Sir, 5 fellows are sleeping. Okay, I'm telling you, one person is a cricketer, another person is a mathematician, another person a musician, Another person is a school dropout. Tell me who is who. When they're sleeping, will you be able to tell? After they wake up, they start talking. From the talk, you will be able to understand who is who. Correct. Till that expression comes, it is impossible for you to decipher what is it. So the moment you say vasana means unmanifested desire, what is the problem? Desire you can understand, but unmanifested desire, we cannot. See, problem number one. Problem number two we have there is, we think vasanas, when we say, when you put yes, we think it is plural. That's why the quick question is. One causal body, vasanas, which is plural. Sir, how can singular, plural? Singular only, no. Mango seed, mango tree. Correct? Mango seed, coconut tree, people tree, papaya tree, this tree, all tree comes out of that one seed. It's impossible to, it doesn't make any sense. It's not logically acceptable. Therefore, what we have to do, that's where we say every idea is given to us at the introductory stage, explanation is given in one way. As we go on learning, ideas get subtler and subtler. We move closer to those ideas directly. So that's why we have very many ways of understanding this philosophy. Right. So we believe desire for learning Vedanta is different. Desire for watching a movie is different. Desire for political discussion is different. Desire for eating is different. Correct? Every desire is different, no? You can't say all desires are same. Desire for a long drive is different. And then there are people who say, sir, I like to drive on a highway, not in the city. Inside the city, people don't like to drive. But highway, they allow. Correct? Can you say both desires same? No, sir. This is a different desire, that's a different desire. Now go back to the basic definition. What is a vasana? Unmanifested desire. So we think corresponding to a desire for Vedanta, desire for sports, desire for political discussion, desire for eating, desire for driving. Correspondingly, there will be Vasana 1, Vasana 2, Vasana 3, Vasana 4, Vasana 5. Now, Vedanta says no. It's not that. That Vasana is a word used just to indicate desires are coming to you from somewhere unknown. That particular desire comes to you from where? That source we don't know. Some source is that. Because it cannot come out of nothing. Then we see one person having one desire, another person having another desire. Desires are all variables. Different desires. Therefore, we presume the seed for that also has to be different. That's where Vedanta says no. All those desires are not stemming from Vasana 1, Vasana 2, Vasana 3. Like desire 1, desire 2, desire 3. You can count the desires you can quantify the desires because it is manifested. That which has not manifested, you cannot quantify. Correct? Huh? Qualitatively, also, you can differentiate once they manifest. Before manifestation, qualitatively, also, you cannot classify. Quantifying not possible, qualitative classification also not possible unless there is a manifestation. Vasana is a state of no manifestation. Right. So we have a manifested state of desires. Those desires drive you to do action. Those actions produces results. All this we can understand. But when you ask this epistemological question of what is the source for that thought, even if you say this desire, we can trace it back to a thought. Now the question comes is why that thought comes to person A, that thought never comes to person B. What is the reason? There has to be a reason. For that reason, we have given this name called vasana, which is unmanifest. One hand. Another way of understanding human personality is through the states of consciousness that we experience. It's a waking state. You experience the waking world with waking experiences, waking desires, waker personality. So when you go to dream, you take a position of a dreamer experiencing the dream things, desires for the dream things. You desire for the dream objects. You wanted to achieve things in the dream. You like certain things in the dream. You don't like certain things in the dream. Correct? Sometimes we also get into a state where you sleep, but there's no dream. That state of deep sleep, a state of nothingness. So now the problem is what? We are having two things in our life. One, thought, actions, desires, thoughts. I'm just going backwards. You're doing actions. Every action should be backed by a desire. Every desire should be backed by a thought. A thought should be backed by what? X. For that X, we have given a name called vasana. Unmanifest vasana. Instead of saying X, we are using the word vasana. One side. Another angle, when we analyze human life, human experiences, we find we go through these three experiences: waking experience, dream experience, deep sleep experience. Waking experience, no problem. Dream experience, no problem. We can account for it. Right? Deep sleep experience, what is it, sir? Nothing. How you had? Where? Good sleep, sir. Nice sleep. Oh, dreams. Very nice it is. Okay. Was it nothing? Even if you assume it is nothing, we cannot understand what is that nothingness. When you say nothing there, that means nothing manifested, no expressions, no divisions. In the dream, there is a division, there is an expression, there is a manifestation. What is a division? There is a dreamer and the dream world. In the waking, there is a waker and the waking world. In deep sleeper, okay, that's it. Nothing. Right. Again, we are hitting another unmanifest. Right. Deep sleeper is there. Remember, deep sleeper is experiencing nothingness. So, in the first analysis, action, desire, thought, unmanifest. Where in me, right? Internally. Now, in this waking, dream, deep sleep, what is happening, sir? Deep sleeper is there, experiencing what? Nothing. When you say nothing, what is the meaning of nothing? Nothing expressed, nothing to experience. You are experiencing what? Nothingness. All that these masters have said is that nothingness and this unmanifest, one and the same. Is that? That's what he's saying. The causal body, bliss sheath, another name for causal body is called bliss sheath. Anandamaya kosha. Same three bodies analyzed in different angle. Because remember, Vedantic analysis of human anatomy. Physics will study human anatomy in one way. Biology will study human anatomy in another way. In biology, there is no such thing called atoms. In biology, they will say what? Cell, virus, bacterium, this one, that one, all these words you will see, you will never find protons, neutrons, electrons. In biology, do you study proton, neutrons, electrons? Since in biology, proton, neutron, electrons not coming, therefore, proton, neutron, electron doesn't exist. பைத்தியம்னு அர்த்தம். Bad fellow. He doesn't understand, uneducated, illiterate. You study things from physics angle one way, from biology angle another way. Both are science. Remember, both are correct. Do not try to reconcile between physics and biology. You can never. Similarly, philosophy also does a human anatomical analysis. The human anatomy of Vedanta is the chapter human composition. Right. In Vedanta, we study human from various angles. One angle is to study gross body, subtle body, causal body. Another way of analyzing human personality is Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, Anandamaya kosha. Now, what is the connection, sir? What we call as the Stula Sharira, gross body. Stula Sharira equals Annamaya kosha plus half Pranamaya kosha. Okay. Sukshma Sharira, subtle body, equals half Pranamaya kosha, full Manomaya kosha, full Vijnanamaya kosha. Right. This is subtle body. Karana Sharira, causal body, equals Anandamaya Kosha. From the Panchakosha analysis, if you see, the Sharira Trayam referred to as Stula, Sukshma, Karana Sharira. This put together, these two things. There we say one word referring to the causal body is Anandamaya Kosha. That's what he is referring as bliss sheath. What is bliss sheath? What is that bliss sheath? That bliss sheath is full of what? Not knowing anything, not experiencing anything, which is called ignorance, avidya. So full of avidya that is. So therefore, causal body is equal to bliss sheath is equal to ignorance, is equal to vasanas. All these words are synonyms, synonymous terms. The mistake we make is where the problem comes, the problem is this. That is why it's a classic example of all these things. It's a simple practice of, offering coconut, the temple. Anything you do, first thing it carry is a coconut. Any offering to God. What is the personality? The outer personality of a human being, smooth. The outside, if you see, the coconut is very smooth. Little you peel, you see what? Coir. It's all knotted. It's difficult, to pull it out. All those things are coming from where? Not that each coir has one shell, one shell, one shell. No, there is only one shell. That one hard shell is the source for various strings, isn't it? Open the coconut and see. So many things will come out of what? Of one. That one hard shell is what is referred to as vasana. The coir that is coming out of that is referred as the desires. That vasana is what, sir? Only one. Even though, in a very casual sense, we use the word vasanas. Like we say, sattva, rajas, tamas. It's not Sanskrit. Those who know Sanskrit, they'll get annoyed if you say that. Satvikam, rajasam, tamasam. This is what the word is. But we got used to Englishizing Sanskrit. See? So, he started using the word sattva, rajas, tamas. Same way, vasana got Englishized into vasanas. Therefore, the confusion is. Right. So the first question. Sure. Yes.
Bliss and happiness.
Hmm.
Bliss is like completely no desire. Happiness has desire. Basically.
See, when we say bliss sheath there, what is referred to is a state of no agitation. There is no agitation. That is what is referred as Ananda there, which is different from the experience of Brahman. You see, that is also referred as Ananda. You see, Sat Chit Ananda Swarupa is Brahman. Now there are two Anandas. Right? What is this Ananda? What is the difference, sir? What's the difference between the deep sleep state of Ananda versus realization state of Ananda? That is also Ananda, this is also Ananda. This Ananda is better, no? Easy. You say, no, no. This is also referred as Ananda in the relative sense, in the limited sense. What is the limitation? What is wrong with this?
Still manifest.
It's not permanent state, correct? That is, you lose it. You'll wake up, no. One. Fundamentally, there is a flaw. What is a flaw there, sir? There is a dosha. There is a defect. The defect is you will always make a statement, I had a blissful sleep. I was in deep sleep. Whereas in realization, you say what? I am in bliss. I was in bliss is different from I am bliss. I am blissful. When you are in deep sleep, you never know that you are blissful. After waking up, you say, had a good sleep, sir. Very nice. It was so blissful there. So always the bliss that you refer to from deep sleep is past tense. It is never present. Okay. Whereas the bliss of realization, bliss of jnanam is present continuous. Grammar. Simple grammar difference now. Always past tense. Deep sleep state. Causal body. Vasana. Ignorance. Avidya. All this. Realization is present continuous. Always present continuous. That's why there's no end. Difference between that and this. You get it? Yes.
So this, you broke down the three shariras,
Yeah.
Annamaya Kosha, half Pranamaya Kosha and so on. Is it possible to overlay waking dream, deep sleep onto this? Because Anandamaya Kosha will be
No,
deep sleep.
waking dream, deep sleep is a separate analysis.
Okay, so we don't.
The states of consciousness cannot be mixed with it.
Okay.
Because states of consciousness is what is experienced is referred. What is experienced by the gross body, what is experienced by the subtle body, what is experienced by the causal body. That is different. Anatomical analysis is different. First, what is it? And then what is experienced by that?
So when we are experiencing, a certain part of the anatomy will be involved in that. Isn't it?
No.
In some,
Entire waking is experienced if you are awake now. If you are sleeping in the class,
then I'm in dream or deep sleep.
then you are not experiencing the waking, no.
Correct.
That's all. So when you are experiencing the waking world, your entire personality has come up. That entire personality coming up is called the gross body. Up to Pranamaya Kosha, Annamaya Kosha, there are a lot of intricacies there. I'm not getting into those intricacies. Right? When you are experiencing the waking world with your physical body, which is made up of Annamaya Kosha, which is Annamaya Kosha, is where you call it as you are a waker. Correct. When you go to sleep, what happens? When you are dreaming, are you using your eyes to see the dream? Definitely not. Why? Because your eyes are closed. Your eyes are not functioning. Your nose doesn't smell. You know that, no? When you go to sleep, even when you are fast asleep, your eyes are moving. They say rapid eye movement is happening. Your skin can register. That's why when mosquito comes and sits, you hit. Correct. You wake up. Suddenly something runs on your body. You wake up. Correct. Have you ever woken up with the smell? I had a foul smell, sir. Therefore, I woke up. There's a fantastic fragrance, so I woke up. Nothing. Your nose doesn't work. That sense completely shuts down. Like that, every organ at a deeper level of the sleep goes, one organs shut off, shut off, shut off. That's what we call it as the blessing. It's a blessing. You are not doing it. It's automatically it shuts down. Imagine if it doesn't shut down, what will happen? Life is impossible to live. You see. So what happens, sir? This comes. Then further you reach deeper sleep. Then what happens? In dream, your mind is functioning, your intellect is functioning. Pranas are all functioning. All the pranas function. When you go to deep sleep, what happens? Your mind and intellect shut off. A feeble prana only functions. Very minimal function of the prana. Why? Only prana is a bridge between the gross body and subtle body. If that bridge collapses, it will get disconnected. That bridge collapsing and that disconnection is called death. Say a person dying, no? What is death? The prana, which is connecting the subtle body, which subtle body, sir? Mind and intellect. Right. How is it that the subtle mind and intellect is getting linked to the gross physical body? There has to be a bridge, no? And always a bridge has to have one end touching this side of the shore, other end should be touching the other side. Only then it's called a bridge. If it is touching only one side, it's not a bridge. You see? So what is connecting these two things? Pranas. So what happens? Pranas will be functioning, gross body shut off, subtle body shut off. When you are experiencing deep sleep, what is functioning there? Nothing functions. There is another state. Right? State of unconscious. Right? You get knocked out, no? You're unconscious. Right? What is functioning there now? Even the chit will not be functioning there. Only prana functioning. The only prana. That's why that fellow wakes up. It's a typical thing, you have seen in the movies. They wake up. Where am I? Sometimes they ask, who am I also? Who am I? Everything forgotten. All the memory gone, all this is gone, that is gone. It takes 15 minutes for him to recollect. Why? That also shut down. So at various layers of experiences, various equipments gets activated. So the activation things will happening. That's what the Vedanta philosophy we have studied earlier. Kshetra, Kshetrajna. Kshetra is having 31 items he gives. Kshetra, field. Field has all these things. When all those things are in operation, where are you? Waking state. In dream state, what is happening, sir? This knocked off. Only this will be functioning. Only 10 knocked off. 11 function. 21 function. Sorry, not 11, 21 function. That also knocked off in deep sleep. This are all gone. Then what is functioning there, sir? Only 6 items function. Same way, sometimes you go in the waking itself, you go to sleep, no? Daydreaming. Daydreaming. That also they study and find out what are all functioning there. What are the equipments function? So anatomical study is study of the equipments. Right? What is experienced by those equipments, or to experience this, what all the equipments required is the states of consciousness study. So that is a difference. You get it?
So in samadhi, is it the same state like
None of these things relevant to there. There, what is functioning now? Only pure consciousness function. Chit is gone, this is gone, everything gone. Only pure consciousness. All subsides. The difference is what I told you earlier. In deep sleep, you will say what? I was in bliss. I had a good sleep. You will never say, I am in deep sleep. I am experiencing bliss. You can never say that in deep sleep. Impossible. In samadhi, what you will say? I am bliss. There it is past tense. Here it is present continuous. Another difference between the state of samadhi, not samadhi. You know, like samsara, we get it confusion. Not Tamil samsara. Now, they say samadhi, na, you're buried underground. That is not what is referred. Samadhi is a state of where the intellect is steady, constant, no fluctuations, no differentiations, nothing. There you say, I am in bliss. See, another difference. What role do vasanas play in the creation of the subtle body and gross body from Prakriti? See, vasanas, subtle, where are we now? Verse 22. It's explained in verse 22. Is there? We have to do verse 22 now. Yeah. Yeah, that answer. That's what I was wondering why this question is here. Yeah, that gets answered in verse 22. What is the role of vasanas and what is the role played by Prakriti? Beautifully, Krishna answers that. You see that? I'm glad that fellow picked it. What role do vasanas play in creation of the subtle body and gross body? From Prakriti. Only mistake is from Prakriti. You should have said, what is the role of vasanas in creation of gross body, subtle body, and what is the role of Prakriti in creation of gross body and subtle body? It must have some role. Must be having some role, no? Finally, what he's saying is, don't say there's no connection. There should be a connection. He's asking, what's the connection? We'll see that. Yeah.
Sorry, when you reread the question just now,
Yeah.
you didn't mention causal body in either place.
Because it's a second question.
Prakriti.
Second question. What role do vasanas play in the creation of the subtle body and the gross body from Prakriti? So the assumption is what?
There is
Vasana is there, Prakriti is there, vasanas interact with Prakriti
and create.
and creates the gross body and subtle body. What is the link between vasana and Prakriti to create gross body, subtle body? Right. That's what he's asking. Exactly the same thing is what Krishna is answering here. Because he knows what question people will ask. Krishna, Jagat Guru, no? He knows. Yes. Verse 22.
Purusha prakritisto hi mukte prakritijan guna karanam guna sangosya sadasadyo nijanmasu Purusha prakritisto hi mukte prakritijan guna Karanam guna sangosya sadasatyo nijanmasu.
Purusha, spirit, seated in Prakriti, matter, indeed experiences the gunas, qualities born of Prakriti. Attachment to the gunas is the cause of its birth in good and evil wombs. Sadasat yoni janmasu. Sadasat yoni means sat, asat, yoni janmasu. Yoni means wombs. Sat, asat, good, evil. Janmasu, births. That's what he is also asking. What is the role? Karanam Gunasanga. What is the Karana? Gunasanga is the Karana. So now the question is, in the previous verse, Krishna explained the role of Purusha, the role of Prakriti. What is the role played by Purusha? What is the role played by Prakriti? Prakriti is this one. Purusha is the one who experiences. Right. Now the question comes is, who is experiencing the samsara? Because there is only two. Purusha is there, Prakriti is there. Prakriti is inert, insentient. There is no sentiency for Prakriti. Purusha is eternally witnessing consciousness. Now, who is a samsari? Prakriti cannot be a samsari because Prakriti is inert. So it cannot experience sorrow. Samsara means what? Sorrow. Experiencing a sense of wanting, experiencing sense of incompleteness, experiencing a sense of becoming, bettering, all that. Experiencing a sense of wanting, sense of incompleteness, sense of void is called samsara. Right? That's called suffering. Because you are not happy as you are. So you wanted something to come and complete you. So as I am incomplete, which means as I am not happy. I want something to come, something to happen, something from out has to come and fill it up. This is the desire. So essentially, what does that means? That means you are not happy as you are. You feel a sense of incompleteness. That sensation, that feeling is referred to as samsara. So now the question is, what is the source of that feeling? Who is experiencing? What is this? There are two. Purusha cannot, nor Prakriti can experience samsara. But then we discuss about samsara, no? Right. What is that? This is where the difference comes between Vedanta and Sankhya. In Sankhya, there's no answer to this question. Who is a samsari? You ask a Sankhya, he is out. Because only two for him, only two tattvas are there. One is Prakriti Tattvam, another one is Purusha Tattvam. Prakriti Tattvam is, by definition, it is insentient matter. Purusha is eternal witness. A witness cannot become a samsari, not possible. Right? How can a sakshi become a samsari? Not possible. It doesn't go together. So therefore, we say Purusha cannot be. Prakriti is incapable of. Isn't it? You see that the chair doesn't feel a sense of incompleteness, no? The chair feels complete as chair. The table is complete as the table. So the table, you will never find a table attempting to change, wanting to better. There is no pressure we find in these things for making itself better. It's there, that's it. But we do see that happening in all the life forms. A plant wants to grow, animal wants to do this, humans, not to talk about. All the living organisms experience wanting to get better, better, better. It is not happy as it is. That is why a unicellular organism became multicellular organ. Otherwise, why? Isn't it? Why a unicellular organism became multicellular? Why it has to multiply? Need not know. If it is complete by itself, it should not. But we do see happening. Here, only Vedanta can provide the answer. So, what does Vedanta do? Adhyaropa Apavada. All beautiful explanation by these guys. They introduce something and delete it. Problem solved. See? Introduce one and delete that. Problem is easier. Introduce what is getting introduced? This Prakriti is divided into two. There are two dimensions to Prakriti. One type of Prakriti doesn't have a reflective capacity. Another Prakriti has a reflective capacity. Right? We saw that in the last class. I'm not going into the details of it. Right? The reflective capacity Prakriti borrows the consciousness from the Purusha. With that borrowed consciousness, it experiences the Jada Prakriti. So, that Prakriti which has the capacity to reflect takes the position of what now? Reflective Prakriti, Chetana Prakriti. Right? Nevertheless, Prakriti by itself is what? Jadam only. You see, inert, insentient. But in that, the subtle Prakriti has a power. Okay? This we saw in the last, explaining how Purusha becomes the experiencer. You see, there we saw that. It's not experiences, interaction always happens between Prakriti and Prakriti only. Which Prakriti? Sthula Prakriti is experienced, Jada Prakriti is experienced by Chetana Prakriti. What is Chetana Prakriti, sir? That Prakriti portion which has the power to reflect. Right? Now, who is experiencing it as a samsara? The problem is that Chetana Prakriti starts believing itself to be an independent agent. When he is dependent, when the I sensation of yours gets associated to the Chetana Prakriti point, that is where samsari comes into picture. So, who is a samsari? A samsari is one who associates I to Chetana Prakriti and experiences Jada Prakriti, and Chetana Prakriti is borrowed, always limited. Therefore, rest of his life he will be believing himself to be what? Limited, wanting, incomplete. Who is a sadhak? We'll go to the other extreme. Samsari. Other extreme is Siddha, the one who is realized. What he understands, he says, he doesn't associate I to the Chetana Prakriti, he associates I to Purusha. Aham Purusha. The moment he understands that I am the self, I am not this mind and intellect. Mind and intellect is what? Chetana Prakriti. Right? Mind and intellect is Chetana Prakriti. What is Jada Prakriti then? The world of objects and the body. Body is Jadam by itself. It is the presence, because the mind and intellect is functioning through that body, it appears to be a conscious one. But body by itself is not conscious. Right? That's why once you are given anesthesia, then cut the body to pieces, you don't register. Nothing happens. You don't feel the pain. No. Why? You're not experiencing the pain because there is a disconnect. disconnect between mind and body. So body by itself is what, sir? Jadam. World of objects is also jadam, inert. So the Chetana Prakriti is equal to what? Mind and intellect. Now, every time you use the word I, that I is associated with mind and intellect. Because of this association, because of this belief that I am this mind and intellect, or put it as I am this mind, I am the subtle body, you become samsari. Who is a Siddha then? Siddha is one who has disassociated I to the mind and intellect, subtle body, and associated that with Purusha. So he doesn't say Chetana Prakriti, he shifted from Chetana Prakriti to Purusha. Siddha. Samsari this, Siddha this. Sadhak is who? He is a confused fellow.
Disassociated here, but not sure.
One part of him believes that he is Chaitanya Prakriti. At the same time, every Sunday morning he will say, Aham Purusha, Aham Purusha, Aham Purusha. Rest of the week he will say what? I am Chaitanya Prakriti, Chaitanya Prakriti, Chaitanya Prakriti. Confused fellow he is. He is in no man's land. You know? That's why in those days, they said these guys should be taken out of system. Because such confused fellows were to live in the society, they will create more confusion. So they said, get out of the system. Say, move out. They say. So you have this. Who is a samsari now? The Purusha, which is the real I, associates with Chetana Prakriti, with one part of Prakriti, which is mind, is samsari. That's what he says. Karanam guna sangos. Okay. Yes.
For Ketan, you said it's having two components of mind and intellect. So animals don't have intellect.
Who said? Who says animals don't have intellect? You go near a dog, you will know.
But that's more of doing with the instincts.
Who claims that as instinct? You call it as instinct. Intellect is what? What is intellect? Understand this is different, this is different. Avladhan. Viveka Shakti. Viveka Shakti means what? Discriminative ability. You are able to, a dog is able to understand he is a stranger, he is a master. There are dogs, this breed, this Akita, dangerous breed, You go to the house, maid, who comes to the house every day, it will allow. The same maid were to come at a different time, it will attack her. Because it is fixed. You are supposed to come between 7 and 8. You come at 9 o'clock, it will attack you. Dangerous one. Huh? And the host was, having the dog in their house. Imagine one day we change the class timing. And always for the class, I am the first one to enter. First attack will be on me. I said, cancel the class in that house. I said, either the dog or me. You choose, I said. And that fellow made a wise choice. He said, dog is better. Dog is able to understand, no, the difference. You can understand. It may not be able to understand vectors and calculus and all those things. So qualitatively, intellect is different. Remember, the sharpness of the intellect, the quality of the intellect, the range of intellect that human beings have, animals don't have. That is correct. But we cannot say it is zero. Right? So follow carefully now. Okay? Krishna in this verse he says, Karanam, what is the cause? Now, in any discussion of a cause, you have to understand instantly there are two types of causes for any creation. Okay? For any creation, there are two causes. There is a primary cause and the secondary cause. Right? A direct cause, indirect cause. You plant a mango seed in Ratnagiri soil, you get a fantastic mango tree. You plant the same mango seed in Antarctica, you will not get. Why? Sir, the soil, the climate matters. This, what do you say this? Sandalwood trees. Sandalwood trees grow only in Karnataka. Right? You can't say in Salem there is I have 500 acres land, so I'm going to plant sandalwood trees in Salem. You can plant, nothing will come out. You can't get a sandalwood tree there. Sandalwood trees grows in Karnataka only. And what demand the world has? I don't know, weird government here. What will grow exclusively in that state, you're not allowed to grow. Who decided that? No, the British fellows decided. British fellows decided that you can't grow. That's the right thing to do for him. The moment you got independence, what's the first thing you should have done? A fellow called Veerappan would have never come. Imagine if you want to grow. Who cares? Grow and sell in the market. Like mango tree, you can grow and sell, no. Same way, grow sandalwood tree and sell, no. More money you will get, man. Because this can grow only in this state. It cannot grow anywhere else. Okay, there are a few other places it can grow, I suppose. But not to the quality, they say. The quality of sandalwoods that we can get in Karnataka. You go to the deeper sites. What quality you get here, you will never be able to get it anywhere. It's not possible. What the value it has. Imagine this last 75 years. As soon as we got independent, first thing you should have told us what? Hey, any farming fellow who wants to grow that, grow. You want to grow behind your house. Grow. Grow as much as possible. Like we have minimum price, no? For certain crops. Like the government would have fixed it, no? All of you grow. But selling should be done only through government permission. How many fellows would have got? First of all, we don't have got a fellow like Veerappan. Veerappan would have become redundant. Today, growing that is risk. People will come and cut the tree and go, and for that they may even kill you. It is worth so much, you know. One tree is worth 15 lakhs, Naga. What the fellow will do? You have 100 trees. They shoot you and take the whole thing and go. It's worth. Imagine everyone can grow. What will happen? They don't have to go into these illegal things. You know, they can grow on their own. Weird things. That apart, what I was coming to is not these things. Okay, mango, Karnataka, I came for this one. I don't know whether the same rule exists now also, but the rule is still was there that you can't grow. Even by mistake, if it were to grow, you're supposed to go and report to the government that it is growing. They will come and check, and then give permission to you, or they may say cut it. You have to cut. Some rules they have. There are two things. One is direct cause. Another one is indirect cause. Okay. Now for the creation of this samsara, he says, what is the cause? Direct cause. The direct cause of the samsara is ignorance, ajnanam. Ignorance, ajnanam, causal body, anandamaya kosha, vasana. Same. Okay. What is the question? What is the role of vasana? And what is the role here, sir? Vasana is the direct cause for the creation of the body. But then, what is the cause for the creation of this particular body? You see the difference. Ajnanam is the cause of creation in general. Right? Particularly why you have taken this embodiment. Why you are born as this person in this place, in this embodiment. That's where he said Sadasat Yoni. Sat and Asat Yoni. What causes the Sat and Asat Yoni is your attachment to the gunas. Gunas of what? Gunas of the Prakriti. So Prakriti has certain gunas. You get attached to that particular guna. That is the cause for this particular birth. Right? That particular birth can be Sat birth or Asat. Satjanma or Asatjanma. Because of that association only, you develop Punya and Papa, which is called karma. So the general cause, right? General cause for any birth is ajnanam. Particular cause for that birth is not ajnanam. You should call that as what? Karma. What is a karma? Attachment is the karma. You got attached to what? You got attached to the qualities of Prakriti. What are the qualities? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. You have this Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. If you get attached to the Sattva guna, you have Satjanma, Satyoni. You get attached to Rajoguna or Tamoguna, you get Asat Yoni. This attachment is what is causing good and evil. Why good and evil? Because gunas are of like that. There is Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. The Rajoguna, Tamoguna causes lower. So you get attached to that, you get that sort of a birth. So you get attached to this, you get this sort of a birth. It's as simple as that. You get it? Yes.
Who gets attached? Who gets attached?
Chetana Prakriti has a choice.
Correct?
It can focus on Jada Prakriti, associate with that Prakriti, or it can associate with Purusha, who is Guna Atita. Purusha has no gunas. Who has gunas? Prakriti has gunas. Which Prakriti will have guna? Chetana Prakriti also has guna. Jada Prakriti also has guna. So you associate, you get attached to that particular guna, you get that sort of a body.
So Chetana Prakriti makes that choice. Which
Makes the
gunas
choice.
I will get attached.
You get attached.
But on what basis?
Yes, that's the nature of Prakriti. Prakriti will get attracted to what? To Prakriti only, no? You see that?
No, but within that there will be a reason. So why higher and not lower? Both are Prakriti.
Lower is automated. There is no need for you to put in any effort to get attached to the lower. You see, to get attached to the higher needs effort. To get attached to something which is beyond Prakriti needs humongous effort. Not easy. Suppose if you try that, what will happen? Next verse. You see that? How beautifully he puts, these verses. I tell you. I don't know how he managed to just state it as a conversation. I doubt very much. I doubt this actually. A casual conversation. It's a conversation actually. Bhagavad Gita is a conversation. How can in a conversation a fellow can think so much? Sometimes I think, maybe we are overdoing things, but it fits. I don't know. Amazing. These guys. So Purusha seated in Prakriti. Now Purusha seated in Prakriti is what? Chetana Prakriti. Conditioned consciousness or Jiva. Okay. Purusha seated in Prakriti indeed experiences the gunas born of Prakriti. This Chetana Prakriti automatically will do what? Experience the gunas. When it is experiencing the gunas, what it does? It gets attached to the gunas. Right? When it gets attached to the gunas, consequences what? Sadasat Yoni. Sadasat Yoni Janmasu is the consequence. So if you want to escape the consequence of Sadasat Yoni Janmasu, what you need to do? You means who now? Purusha seated in Prakriti. So whenever you say you means what? Purusha seated in Prakriti is equal to Chetana Prakriti is equal to Jiva in Vedanta. Vedantic statement, language of Jiva, in Sankhya's language, Chetana Prakriti. Concept is same. That's why I'm using the Sanskrit word. It's easy to understand. It's very difficult to. If I translate that into English, it will be, conditioned consciousness is the, closest we can come to. But it doesn't give that, punch. The punch is not there. Like certain things, you should get it in that language only. Only then the punch is. If you translate it, you lose the punch. It's the same way. So that jiva experiences the matter because jiva cannot experience Brahman. Jiva can experience only world. Matter. Matter has three gunas, which he had stated already. When it is experiencing that, naturally what will happen? You get attached. Anything you constantly associate with, you get attached to. Because of that, this is. So, what is the cause of samsara? Attachment. Association is the cause. So, if you have to get out of this samsara, what you need to do? Don't say disassociate. Another people make a mistake. Blunder. Logic correct, no? Because of association, the samsara. What should be the way to get out of samsara? Disassociate. That's where Vedanta comes and warns. It says, not possible. You can never disassociate. You can only associate. You have a choice to what to associate. You have a choice to associate with Prakriti, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Okay? Which means this Chetana Prakriti has a choice. The Jiva has a choice to associate with Sattva, Rajas, Tamas or associate with Brahman. Associate with God. Associate with Atman. Associate with pure consciousness. So, Jiva has a choice. What choice he has? He can associate with Sattva, he can associate with Rajas, he can associate with Tamas, he can associate with Brahman. If you associate with Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, consequences, Sadasatyoni. If you start attempting to associate with Brahman, pure consciousness, what will happen? Suddenly the whole scene will change. Next verse, 23. See? Yes.
Sir, you use two words, desire and karma. So I want to know who is driving who. Is the desire driven by karma or is karma the outcome of desire?
It's both. It's both. Desire is the cause for your karma, and karma becomes the cause for your furthering your desire. Karma na action. Okay? Karma means what, sir? Action. Desire, action. Desire, action. More and more you act on a desire, that desire gets further rooted in you, gets more and more rooted in you. Isn't it?
So desire becomes the seed effect.
Desire is a seed. Desire is subtle. Starting point is desire. Desire is the starting point, not action. Action is not the starting point. Desire is the starting point.
And then the desire, you're saying that it is the like jiva's association with either.
What is a desire? Desire for nice, no? Good, no? Which is good? Which is beautiful? Whatever I like is beautiful. Whatever I don't like is not beautiful. Which is nice, with beard or full shave? Huh? My daughter says have beard. Wife says no beard. What to do now? French beard. Only then you look like my dad, she says. Otherwise, you are looking like my uncle. I would say yes. He says, brother, you look like your friend. In her college, when I went there to drop her, she went to her office. I parked the car and I walked to. So I didn't know where the office is. So I parked the car and I went this side, and this girl came from the other side, thinking I'll be sitting in the car. This is what I do usually. So the security guard told her, your friend just went that side. That's the last time she allowed me to enter the college. No, you're not entering the college anymore. You're not coming. Even if I sometimes used to go drop her, no, she'll say, drop me there and go from there only. I'll walk, it's okay. She says, have beard. Wife says, which is beautiful, which is fine, which is right. To whoever you are attached to, you follow. Wherever attachment to the daughter, na, have beard. Attachment to wife would not share. This one has a choice. The choice, the way you are going to exercise the choice is what is referred to as attachment. You get attached to the gunas, you will get births accordingly. You will get the body accordingly, you will get the experiences accordingly, you will get everything accordingly. Right? We'll see you next class. Too much.